Outlander, heartbreaking Claire Fraser betrayal explains she can't leave. Outlander has followed the love story of time traveler Claire Fraser and Scottish Highlander Jamie Fraser for 5 seasons now. The couple have been through their fair share of ups and downs, but fans haven't forgotten Claire's heartbreaking decision in Season 1 which changed her relationship with Jamie forever. When Outlander fans are first introduced to Claire, played by Catriona Balfe, she has just finished serving as a medic in the Second World War and is on her honeymoon in Inverness with husband Frank Randall, Tobias Menzies, who was a spy for Britain. However, when she explored Craignadown, she touched the stones and travelled back to the 18th century where she met Highlander Jamie, Sam Hogan. Claire married Jamie to protect herself from Captain Jack Randall, also Tobias Menzies, but she slowly began to fall for his charms. Not long after their marriage she was given a heartbreaking decision to make by her new husband which would change the course of their romance forever. Jamie was certain Claire was keeping something from him as she struggled to fit in with the new environment she found herself in. She also seemed to know a lot more about things than Jamie or his family, which included Murdoch Fitzgibbons, Duncan LaCroix. Eventually, after confronting his wife, Claire explained she had traveled from the 20th century but she wasn't a witch like many suggested. Jamie chose to believe Claire and decided to take her to Craignadown so she could travel back and reunite with Frank. But when they arrive at the stones, Claire changes her mind and decides to stay in the past with Jamie. Claire had been so keen to go back to her own time, but once given the chance, she changed her mind rather quickly. Now fans are speculating why Claire had chosen to betray Frank by choosing not to return to him and instead stay with Jamie where she had less freedom. Reddit user Xtov95 asked, in Season 1, Jamie brings Claire to the stones and gives her the option to leave and she doesn't. What makes her stay? She was itching to leave not long before, and now she decides to be with Jamie. Do you think she knew her and Frank were done? Fans of the Starz series were quick to reply, with one believing Claire had truly fallen for Jamie and it was not the same as how she felt with Frank. She is forced to confront her feelings for Jamie, and she cannot leave him. She loves him too much, they explained. Also, remember, she and Frank hadn't lived together for years. They were both off at war, Claire as a nurse and Frank as a spy. The vacation to Inverness was meant to be a chance to reconnect. Redditor Xtov95 agreed, replying, I feel like it was a mixture of her feelings for Jamie were exciting and new, she loved him and they were married, combined with the fact that the reconnecting honeymoon with Frank showed Claire the only thing she and Frank had in common was sex. Fans will remember that much of Claire and Frank's time in Inverness was spent looking at the former spy's family history. Frank wanted to know more about his heritage and headed to Scotland to find out who his ancestors were and what happened to them. As Frank spent hours looking through old books, censors and exploring old castles, Claire was left to her own devices. On the few occasions she did accompany Frank out, she spent much of her time looking at flowers and their medicinal uses. Could it be that Claire simply realized that her love for Frank wasn't strong enough and when it came down to it, she couldn't face leaving the true love she found with Jamie?